The National Transportation Safety Board is about to hold a news conference with new details about the Asiana Airlines crash that killed 2 passengers.
Chris Van Cleve has been following all the developments for us. He's now in our newsroom to fill us in. Chris, what's the latest?
Well, Leon, the latest, we're waiting for the NTSB to begin this press conference. It will be their 5th and final briefing from San Francisco. We've got a live picture we can show you, as you can see, awaiting this press briefing. That said, we still are getting some additional clues as to what happened in those final moments before that plane crash landed on the runway.
There are people laying on the tarmac with critical injuries, head injuries. We're almost losing a woman here. We're trying to keep her alive.
Dramatic 911 calls made by passengers of Asiana 214 pleading for help in the minutes after the airliner crashed onto a San Francisco runway.
Okay, we do have help started that way. You said that they're there, but there's not enough people, correct? Yes, she is severely burned. She will probably die soon if we don't get any help.
After survivors of Flight 214 visited the crash site yesterday, crews spent the day removing wreckage from the runway. NTSB investigators report the pilots may have thought the plane's engines were essentially in cruise control, but that may not have been the case, leaving the jet without enough momentum to reach the runway. The flying pilot, making his first landing at SFO in a 777, told investigators about 34 seconds before impact he saw a light. That's at about the same time as the plane began to slow and drop in altitude.
The bottom line is, when asked if he could see if it affected his vision, he said no. He said he could see the instruments, he could see outside of the plane.
Called heroes for evacuating the plane, even using fire extinguishers to fight back the flames, several members of the cabin crew returned home to South Korea today.
I am happy that we are here now, but my heart breaks when I think of our colleagues and patients at the hospital.
Now, at last report, a dozen survivors are still hospitalized. 6 of those people are members of the cabin crew. 3 flight attendants were ejected from the plane during the crash. Now, the NTSB investigators tell us the pilots had initially told passengers to stay in their seats, delaying the evacuation of the airliner for about 90 seconds until fire was spotted. Live in the newsroom, Chris Van Cleve, ABC 7 News.
All right, Chris.